Live. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our live webinar. The Get Hard System to Restore Performance as early as 5 days without medication or surgery. I'm Dr. Ann Trong, and we're streaming live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter. This is a great day. It's a Thursday night, and let me know where you're watching from. Put it in the comment. I love to hear from you. I will have time for questions later on. So please reserve your question as well. I will make sure I'll answer all of them as much as I can. So stay tuned and just put in the comment where you're watching this from. I'd like to hear where people are watching this. So let's go. I'm Dr. Ann Trump. So who am I? I'm a board certified medical doctor. I've been doing sexual health for 25 years. I've treated over 7,000 men with ED. I've been in national TV. I'm a medical contributor, and I've been an international speaker on sexual health, and I teach doctors all over the world on sexual health. I also wrote an Amazon bestseller, Erectile Dysfunction Fix, available on Amazon, and it's been a bestseller for the past 4 years. And I've also spoken at the FBI and at many national events. And I have thousands of success stories of my patient success stories, and I'm going to share that with you. So, my goal for this web class today is that the fastest and safest way for you to regain your sex life is through the six system reset. We'll go over that, all right? And the effective and natural way to repair your sex life is with the Get Hard system. So, who is this for? This is for men who want to restore their sex life and for partners who want to help them restore their sex life. So, does it really work? Does my system really work? Of course it does. We hear from Clarence. He went from a total state of being devastated to a state of being ecstatic. All right. After having been years, he'd been having ED for 10 years. He was devastated. He was depressed. He didn't know what to do. He was at his wits' end. And with our treatment, he went from devastated to a state of ecstatic. And Blaine was 50 years old. I've had ED for a few years, tried Cialis, tried Viagra. They didn't work very well. Started having side effects. He came to see me, and after the treatment, he felt extraordinary. A week later, his girth and the width and the height just grew up, and it changed his life. And he highly recommended. He feels like he's 20 again. He was 50. Now, this could be you. This could be next. So this is the result disclaimer is that this is for those that follow the protocol, that want to put in the work to restore their sex life. And there are no shortcuts on something that is this important when it comes to your sexual health. There's no sneaky or misleading methods. And your ED, remember, didn't occur overnight, but years, and it will take some time to restore it. So turn off all distraction, close social media, set your phone aside, get your pen and paper, take notes, and close your other tabs on your browser. I will honor your time. Stay with me until the end. You can have an amazing bonus if you stay until the end. So you are in the right place. Thank you for being here. So you've probably been struggling with ED, and this is probably why. Because it's been hard, right? AKA, you've been forced to do in the past years to figure it out yourself. You go to Dr. Google, you do your own research, and it's confusing. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and some of the information are actually harmful, and they just don't work. And they're from people that are just trying to sell you stuff. And you try to go to online dispensary, you take ED medication, you tolerate the side effects, of the medication until probably it doesn't work anymore. These have a lot of side effects, such as, blue vision, headache, congestion, stomach upset, right? And even a loss of hearing and eyesight. And you try other treatment, such as, gains weight or other or supplements that didn't work. You're frustrated and you're just wasting time and money. Well, it's not your fault. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and it can be confusing and misleading. And it's a private matter. I get it. The internet is more discreet, and it's better than going to the doctor sometime, right? And the big thing is that big pharma wants you to take Viagra and Cialis. They want you to get be sick, and so that way you can get a penile replacement surgery, right? Because the pharma and hospital don't want you to get better, so that way you keep coming back. Because ED is a warning sign for a vascular disease. So when 60% of men that has ED a decade later actually will have a heart attack and then strokes. So you keep getting sick and sicker and sicker. All right. So what really does ED cost you? Think about this. What is it costing you so far? Decreased self-esteem and confidence, right? Relationship, is it straining your relationship? Is it frustrating for you? Or you guys and you and your partner are not as close as you used to be? It's causing you anxiety and depression, and you think about it and you're just frustrated. What about it's affecting your health? How are you feeling? How's your mental state? How's your physical state? Are you feeling healthy? Are you feeling that you're at your best physical shape at this point? So, what do you want your life to be? Is the life you want to be better than the one you have now, which is doing the same thing and the same thing over and over again? So, what is ED? Let's define what is ED. ED is defined as an inability for a man to achieve satisfactory sexual satisfaction. And that includes all the way from having an erection all the way to penetration. So, it's a broad description. And that why is ED so common? It is common because in order for you to get an erection, and your penis have to be relaxed at the same time. Because if they're not relaxed at the same time, an erection isn't going to start. And that the brain is the largest sexual organ. So on here, on the brain is the largest sexual organ. You can see that on here. If it doesn't start in the brain, it's not going to go to your penis at all. So there are six systems that you can see here that is involved in you getting an erection. It starts in the brain, and then it goes to your emotion, and then hormones gets released, and then your nerve get activated, and then your blood vessels start pumping, and your heart start pumping, and then it goes to your penis muscle. So it takes six systems to work in synchrony and harmoniously and in balance for you to get an erection. Yes, when you were like in your 20s, it was easy, right? It take only a few minutes, but as you get older, it takes longer because those six system gets a little imbalanced as you get older, and they can be affected by your sleep, your smoking habits, stress, what you eat, whether you exercise or not. That's why ED is so common, because it requires six steps in order for you to get an erection. And as you know, if something takes more steps to achieve the result, there's going to be more chances that it's going to be dysfunctional, and it's easy to get dysfunctional. So let me tell you my story. Well, my husband and I have been married now for 30 years, and he is the love of my life. But in 2014, he was starting to have some heart issues, and he needed to be on heart medication as well. And so he developed ED at that time, but I didn't know that. And it was what happened was that he was avoiding physical contact. We He were not talking to me as much as before. It was difficult for him to express it, and I thought initially that maybe it was me, or maybe is he like, looking for other interests. And we've been married for a long time. He's my best friend. And, I just approach him in a very open and non-confrontational, and just I ask him, honey, what can I do to get us close again? All right. Is there something I can help you with? And at that time, you know the the dam just opened, and he just told me that he wasn't as confident as he used to be, because he was not as firm as he used to be. And he was taking 5 different ED medication, and it was just affecting his erectile response, and it was very uncomfortable for him. And he was young at that time. It's about 50 at that time. And so we felt that it was time that we need to do something about this, because our relationship is being strained. And that, we've been married for so long that we are committed into working through this together. And and I didn't want him to take ED medication because it would interact with his heart medication as well. He would have a lot of side effects, and he's very sensitive to medication. And so I wanted to seek other options. And I keep on exploring, like, what could we do? There must be a solution. And I keep thinking about it, racking my brain. I'm like, okay, try this supplement, try this, and it wasn't. Nothing was working until a friend of mine said, "Hey, Ann," and she was an OBGYN. She said, "Ann, you know, I know that you do stem cell therapy for pain," and she said that she told me that she injected stem cell into her patient vagina because they were having pain, and she noticed there was increasing blood flow, and it resolved their pain. It actually increased their sensation. And she said, "Hey, I wanted to tell you this. What do you think?" And I'm like, "Oh my God!" Light bulb just started going up in my head, and go, "Oh my God!" I All these years I've been doing stem cells since 2005. I injected into the knee, the hip, the shoulder, the spine. Well, why couldn't I treat stem cell for ED? So that's what got me started into the treatment that I'm doing now. And I started treating my husband, and then started, treating family members, and then my staff. And then I started treating my patient, and I started seeing them getting result that restored their function again, restored their erection again without medication. And it even worked in those that medication has failed. So, I was ecstatic, and I started teaching doctors on how to do the treatment system as well. And now I'm sharing it with you, because I don't ever want to have anyone that went through what we did. It was difficult, and if we didn't, but we luckily we found a solution. And so I wanted to share with you all that there is a treatment for ED. You don't have to take medication for it. So when you're living with ED, you have lots of confidence, and you're always wondering whether you're going to be able to perform tonight. You have anxiety. You keep taking pills. You have side effects, and sometimes the pill just doesn't work anymore. You have relationship strain. I know. I see it. All right. And then you become frustrated with, having tried treatment, doing your best, and it just doesn't work. Well, how about imagine a life with no ED? where you have passionate relationship and restoring your sex life again and getting your confidence back again and spending the time with the people that matters to you, your family, your loved ones, all right? And spending the time and being able to be like yourself, like you were when you were maybe in your 30s again, and being that man that you were like Terrence. He has had ED for years and was having problems maintaining getting erection, and it was affecting and straining his relationship with his wife. And so after about a few treatments, he started noticing the difference. He's able to have an erection. And look at his face. He's so calm. He's not anxious anymore. He feels like there's a new life now for him. So at the end, I'm going to make you a very special offer that will give you everything you need to get your sex life back in as little as 7 days. So, what would an ED free life mean for you? Like, not having to worry if you can get it up this time, not having to take ED pills and then be spontaneous and have more confidence and have passionate relationship. Imagine what it'd be like to have this life. Wouldn't it be great? If you've been struggling with ED, this is probably why. Because ED is not your fault. There's a lot of misinformation out there, okay? And I know it's very hard. We went through this. So there are three secrets of getting hard again. Secret number one, how to get rid of ED without medication or surgery. Secret number two, how to gain performance confidence in as little as 5 days. Secret number three, how to understand what is causing your ED. So let's talk about secret number one, how to get rid of ED without medication or surgery. Let's understand how an erection starts. All right. An erection start, like I talked about earlier, six systems that need to work synchronously and balance together. It's the brain, the emotion, the hormone, the nerve, the blood vessels, and the muscle. So in order for it to work, all of those systems need to be well oiled and greased up. And therefore, the way to approach and restoring your erection again is to restore the brain, the emotion, the hormone, the nerve, the blood vessel, and the muscle, right? It doesn't mean you take a medication to try to restore those systems because those system doesn't require medication to restore it. All right. So the way that you restore is to reset it, to reset the system. Now, imagine if you can have firm erection again for intercourse, to be able to maintain erection to finish, to be able to be spontaneous, all right? Because the truth is, your body wants to have an erection without pills, and it is wired to get an erection without pills. And you can restore your sex life even if ED pills do not work anymore. That is the truth because your body is naturally wired that way. Okay, so I want to remind you again that the the brain and the penis has to be relaxed in order for you to get an erection, and that the brain is a larger sexual organ, and that men in the ED in the U.S. There are 30 million men living with ED between the age of 40 to 70. This was done in a study in 1994. Imagine what it is now. But now it's probably double that, and that's not even accounting for COVID. And what you see on the outside is not what is really on the inside. Both of these men have ED. And in fact, the guy on the right with the muscle, his testosterone is lower than the guy on the left. All right. So what you see does not mean that you're healthy. What you see does not mean that on the inside that you're balanced. In the sixth system show you, the guy on the right with the muscle actually take Viagra every day in order for him to have sex. So what causes ED? What is the cause of ED? Is that 90% of ED is actually from physical causes that cause you to have poor blood flow to the penis. So that's the main thing, is poor blood flow. Poor blood flow could be from high blood pressure or diabetes, or from diet, or from not exercising, from smoking, or too much alcohol. And that 10% is from psychological. So look at Bobby. He's had 3D for 3 years and had treatment with shockwave and P shot, and now he's very pleased, and so is his wife with the result. So, can you see yourself getting living a life without ED? All right. And this is Mike. So after the treatment, I'm firmer, I'm lasting longer, and my wife notices the difference. And I can last 20 minutes, and my sex life is a lot more satisfying. And I'm very happy how my life is right now. So isn't that awesome? All right, let's discuss secret number two: how to gain performance confidence in at least 5 days. Viagra and Cialis are synthetic. They're not natural, which means it do not belong in your erection response. Remember, I told you the erection response requires 6 systems. All right. So how does this work? So follow me here. Remember, your brain and your penis has to be relaxed in order for you to get an erection. So Viagra does not help with your brain, does not increase your libido at all. It does not help with getting you in the mood at all. And it doesn't help release more hormone that you need for your erection. And it doesn't stimulate your nerve for the erection, and it doesn't stimulate the blood vessel to open up more at all. All it does is that relaxes the penis muscle, right? That's all it does. That's how it helps with the erection. And it doesn't even raise your nitric oxide. And your nitric oxide is what is needed in order for you to even open up the blood vessels anyway. So if you take Viagra, you're only relaxing the penis muscle. You're ignoring the other 5 systems: the brain, the emotion, the hormone, the nerve, and the blood vessel. That's why over time it doesn't work anymore. That's why over time, your blood flow problem gets worse. And Viagra is just a band aid. It just doesn't work. What I see is between 3 to 5 years, and that you keep escalating the dose. So the higher the dose you go, the more chance you're going to get more side effects. So, and Viagra, when you take Viagra, you give away your manhood to ED medication. It does not work when there is blood flow restriction. And I mentioned that you need a higher dose, and that if you stop taking Viagra, does that mean your ED go away? No, right? If you keep taking Viagra, you still have ED. And so it does not treat your ED in any way. It's just a band aid, and it become a crutch and almost like an addiction. And there's a lot of side effects. You got the headache, the flushing, the blue vision, the nasal congestion, the dizziness, and also something serious is that vision loss as well as hearing loss. All right. Again, I want to reiterate the sixth system. In order to get your erection back, you need to reset the sixth system. So if you want to achieve the result, all you need is to find the person or the method that deliver result to others. The Get Hard system help over 7,000 men with ED. So it's like Terrence. He said that he's had ED for years, and we showed this before. I apologize. So secret number three: how to understand what is causing your ED. Remember, we talk about the sixth system, right? Brain, emotion, hormone, nerve, blood vessels, and muscles. And ED is like a penis attack. That's right, which is like a heart attack. A heart attack means that the heart not getting enough blood flow to the heart, and therefore the heart muscle is dying. Same thing. Yeah, with ED, you're not getting enough blood flow to the penis. That's why the penis is not getting erect. So think of it as something severe. It's not be something that you can go online and get medication for. Would you do that when you have chest pain? No, right? You wouldn't Google online and try to buy medication. You have chest pain. You would go to ER. Well, ED is a sign that 7 to 10 years down the road, you're gonna have worsening vascular disease such as heart attack and even strokes. So ED is the blood flow restriction problem, and Viagra sales do not fix this. So you can see from the picture here, right? Yeah, like the blood flow. This is like as if you're cutting through a blood vessel, just cut it in the middle, and this is how big the opening for blood to flow through. And this right here is the endothelium. But then the bottom picture, see how small it is right here? That's blood flow restriction. The blood flow restriction is this small little white line here. That's the reason why you have ED, because the blood's not getting in there. So the only way to get your sex life back is to balance the sixth system, so that way the blood flow is restored for the erection. And let's take Ed. Ed says life begins at 80. When I treated him, it was 80, and he wants to go on and want to do it all with sex as often as he can, which is for him and his 79-year-old girlfriend 3 to 5 times a week now without medication. Isn't that wonderful? And Carl, after has had ED for at least a decade, and after the treatment, he was able to maintain erection. And he was and one of his main things that he wanted to have been treated is that he was not able to ejaculate. But with the treatment, he's able to ejaculate now, and is very satisfied with his life right now. So the three secrets of getting hard again. Do you think this will work for you? All right, let's take number one, how to get rid of ED without medication or surgery through our Get Hard system. Secret number two, how to gain performance confidence in as little as 5 days. How to understand what's causing your ED. So let me ask you this question. I know I've been giving you a lot of information. It looks like you feel like you look like this picture, right? You're like, oh my God. But I wanted just to kind of show you just an example of how it's possible for you to restore your sex life again without medication or even surgery. Because there's such a thing that you don't know if you don't know, right? And unless somebody tells you, you're like, oh, now I know there is something, right? There is something out there. There is another solution that if ED medication doesn't work, I don't have to get a penile replacement surgery. So that I wanted to share these success stories with you. So treating ED used to be hard, but not anymore because now we have the Get Hard system now. We understand how to restore that because with the Get Hard system, you're going to get a new way, a better way to balance the sixth system again, to get sexual restoration. We approach the brain system, we approach the emotion, we approach the hormone, we approach the nerve, we approach and reset the blood vessel and the muscle. This has been proven in over 7,000 men and has been shown to be the fastest and effective method. So we measure, we don't guess, use validated research for treatment to reset the sixth system, and that the Get Hard system, you can restore your sex life without medication in as little as 5 days. Remember, you are wired to get an erection naturally. You just need resetting. You don't need Viagra or Cialis. So who would this work for? This would work when you sometimes go soft on the middle of sex or ED medication just don't work as well. It works when you sometimes had trouble lasting long enough for climax, that your erection doesn't feel as hard as it used to be, that your penis doesn't feel as sensitive as it used to be, and that you can't reach orgasm. And you sometimes just have trouble getting an erection. And you this works if you have performance anxiety. This works if you have premature ejaculation. And this works if you have retrograde ejaculation. Or it even works if you have ED after prostate surgery. And so, which one are you? So, are you the one that wants to achieve the confident, happy, and sexy life? The sexy man that you want to be? The have passionate relationship and have the confidence? Or are you the one that's on the right that just keep making excuses day after day and continue the way you are and just not really satisfied with how your life is going? Because you have two choices. You can just do it, you can just do it by yourself, like this guy, try to balance on, the rope and try to do it by yourself and try to figure it out yourself. Well, you can, but it's a complex system, and I don't want you to be one of the guy that I saw in the Facebook group. And he essentially said anyone basically give up on trying to fix their ED after finding nothing works for them. I've had ED for over 20 years now, and now I'm at the point of just wondering if I'm alone, if there are others in my situation, and how to cope with this. Don't be like that person, because James here had been that person, right? He has had ED for at least 15 years. He used Viagra and Cialis until it didn't work anymore. He tried other treatment. He actually, a couple years ago, had a heart attack and now a stroke, kind of partially paralyzed on the left hand side. And that he came to see me for treatment, and that if he wished that he would have known me earlier, he could have avoided the stroke and the heart attack. The stuff that he said, the stuff that he learned with me, he wish he know that he regret not seeing me earlier, and that since he's been working with us, he's had hope to bring his life back again. Well, the Get Hard system is everything you need to get restored. It's a success pathway and blueprint catered to your need. You don't have to figure it out by yourself anymore. It's tested and proven in over 7,000 men. It works, and it works fast. And you also will have a community of men that are recovering from ED, supporting one another. And you have to just trust the protocol. You have to trust me that I can deliver the treatment. So just imagine a life where you feel relief, happy, grateful, optimistic, confident, and passionate. Can you imagine yourself like that? It is possible. So is this you can say to yourself, I don't know, this is the right time. When is the right time for you to make that change? How long do you want to suffer with your ED? Is your relationship suffering? And you're like, well, I don't feel like it, it's just too much. Well, are you satisfied with your life right now? Do you want to change? Do you want a better life? You have the power to change it. Well, you can ask yourself, well, will this work? I don't know. I try other things and I don't really think it's going to help. It's going to work. Well, it's worked in over 7,000 men. And even work in those that ED medication, Viagra and Cialis has failed, because we treat the cause of the problem. We reset the sick system again. So that way it's like restarting your car and oiling the engine again. And it's like Juan. He's actually 40 years old. He's had ED for about a couple of years, and he was had side effects. He started having headaches, and blue vision with taking Viagra. And after the treatment, he said his erection is amazing. He hasn't had an erection like this since he was 25. His wife is very happy now. And before, his relationship was strained. They were doing it, if at all, maybe once a month with Viagra. Now he's telling me and he's having intercourse with his wife at least 3 to 5 times a week. So, and you may be asking yourself, is it worth it? Well, we tested this and we have seen result in thousands of men. You can try cheaper alternative, but it may not always meet the same standard that we have. It may not last as long, and it could be less effective and harmful, and maybe even cost you more in the long run. Think of it as an investment in yourself, an investment in your well-being, physically and emotionally, and an investment in your self-esteem and your overall life. Can you put a price tag on your happiness? And with the treatment, there are payment option as well too. And with Todd, he said after the treatment, he's getting morning erection every single day, as opposed to getting pretty much never. And he's actually in his 30s. All right. And wouldn't it be great to have morning erection every day and feel confident? So you keep doing the same thing you're doing right now, you will not get a different result. You have to try a new opportunity. It's the Get Hard system to get a different result. So, to summarize, the only way for you to restore your sex life is to get rid of ED medication. It doesn't belong in your body. Your body is wired to get an erection naturally. And the only way for you to restore your sex life is through balancing the six system that I discussed about that will restore your blood flow for erection again. The only way to restore your sex life and restore the sixth system is through my Get Hard system. And you've seen the testimony from all these men and more. How long will you let ED dominate your life? Do you want to change your sex life? Well, what I want you to do right now, if you are an action taker, right? And you're not that guy that make the excuses, well, type in www.edfix.club. It's .club, not .com. Edfix.club on your browser right now because you can restore your sex life. It's only one phone call away. It is discreet, it is confidential, and it is free. There is no charge, and it's only one phone call away. This could change your life. Again, type in www.edfix.club. You can see it on the banner. And type that in right now. Your ED free life is only one phone call away. All right. It is only one phone call away. And remember that all we have to do is just reset the sixth system in order to get your erection back again. And those that are here on the live stream with us here that are in the studio, I will give you a gift for $100 gift certificate, a restaurant certificate. And if you show up and stay to the end, so I know that we can see people in the studio. We will email you that at this point. So type in www.edfix.club. And at this point, I wanted to take questions and for the next 30 minutes. And all right, I'll be able to take questions for the next 30 minutes. And all you have to do is type in the questions and wherever you're watching this from, on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter, my team will monitor that and will let me know. And I guess you'll type it in the chat, right? Um, team. just type it in the chat and we'll be able to answer that as well. If you have any questions at this point, we are live. That I am live. This is not recorded. And so um, and I thank you for your time. And so, what I see, the one question here, and is that there's a question here that how what does how does why is medication not you know useful for ED? Well, because medication is synthetic, meaning that it's not made out of organic material your body needs, right? When you take a medication, you swallow it, it goes to your stomach dissolve it, and it has to go to your liver. And then your liver had to convert it to a form, and then it goes to your bloodstream, and then it goes to your kidney. That's one of the reasons why you have side effects from the medication, because the medication gets converted, and because it gets converted to a form, it starts to affect other system in your body. And like with Viagra and Cialis, it has side effect of congestion and runny nose and headaches and blue vision and a stomach upset, right? That's because it lowers your blood pressure. And the reason why is that it doesn't help you get an erection. All it does is just relaxes the penis muscle. But if you're not in the mood, or if you're distracted, it's not going to work as well. Remember, it's a sixth system. It's the brain. It starts in the brain. The brain has to be stimulated with the five senses of what you see, what you hear, what you taste, what you touch, and what you and so the five senses are what goes to your brain and create this arousal state. So when you have this, when that's how you get stimulated, that's how you get aroused, and that translates into your emotion and mix in with how you're feeling at that time. Are you anxious? Are you depressed? Or are you distracted or fatigued? That get mixed in. And then if you're anxious or depressed, it's gonna lower and dampen the signal. And then that goes to the nerve, and the nerve in the back of your head here, and the nerve get stimulated and then send messages to the heart. The heart starts to beat faster, and when it beat faster, it expands the blood vessel. The blood vessel have to expand so you can get more blood flow. So imagine if you have a blood vessel that's a pipe like this big, there's a lot of blood going there. But if the pipe is small like this, not a lot of blood is going through there compared to the diameter this big. So then the blood flows down to the penis, and the penis muscle has to relax, and that's how you get an erection, right? But Viagra and Cialis only relaxes the penis muscle. The other five systems are not being addressed, so that's why when you're taking the medication, it actually make your ED worse because you're really ignoring and you're not resetting the other five system, or is the sixth system, the muscle. So over time, the problem why you had ED in the first place, gets worse, and then medication doesn't work anymore, and that's why medication stopped working. It's kind of like taking pain medicine when you have pain. You're just covering up the problem, and you're just not addressing the issue at that time. And so, um, okay, yeah, okay, very good. I okay. Um, so I think that, that's a very good question, to kind of understand how ED medication play a role in the whole erectile response. Okay. So type in the comments, see if there's any question there. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm also seeing as a question that gets asked a lot is that uh, um, what supplement is good uh, for erection, right? And that's a great question. What supplement is good. That will help kind of open up the blood vessels. So uh, um, take a nitrous oxide supplement. Right, nitrous oxide supplement. You have to take one that is that made up from beets, or that releases um, um, inorganic beet that you can. It comes with nitrate, right? So nitrous oxide help open up blood vessels. Um, you should take magnesium. Right? You take magnesium malate, and that help open up blood vessels as well too. And then omega fish oil, omega 3, because that opens up. That kind of help clear the blood vessels as well. And then also Vitamin D3 is essential in hormone health, right? Um, and those are the main vitamins. You can also think about taking um, what's that called? Maca root. Maca root is also anti-inflammatory, and it also will help with prostate clearance as well too. And so, can you? So, for if you're interested, we can put to get all those supplements. We can put my store where you can go to the store and check out the supplements that I'm talking about. So let's talk about, and there's a question here about the penis pump, right? Let's talk about the penis pump here. So the penis pump, how does it play a role into the get heart system, right? So the penis pump is like taking your penis to the gym. Imagine, well, why do you go to the gym? Right? You go to the gym, you do your shoulder press. When you do your shoulder press, the muscles, get worked on because your heart rate start to increase, and you pump in more blood into the muscle, and the muscle gets, gets more, what is it, red because of increasing blood flow. It puff up, right? And then the more you challenge it, how it gets hypertrophy is that the muscle gets torn, and then the with the blood flow in your body start to repair itself, right? Well, the same thing kind of happened when you use a penis pump. When you use a penis pump, you put the cylinder on the penis, and it actually will it create a negative suction. It will give you an erection, right? It will give you an erection. You can get like a full on erection. But how it does that is with the negative suction, it brings in blood flow to the penis, and it brings in more oxygen to the penis, and it expand the muscle. When it expand the muscle, it stretches the muscle, and it's kind of like getting the plumbing going again, and it stretches the muscle, bringing in oxygen. It's literally taking your penis to the gym, and I totally recommend that you try the penis pump if you have ED, because that's the most neglected thing, and but it's very, very effective. First of all, it gives you an erection, and you can put a penis ring at the base, and keep the blood in there, if you want to use it for intercourse after the penis pump. And at my store, right there in the link that you see, the Modern Man Crib, we have I have a recommendation for a penis pump that's both in the water, the hydro, and the dry penis pump, where you can use it in the water when you shower. You can use it in the shower. When you're taking a shower, you put water in the cylinder, you fill it up, and then you turn on the suction, and then you put it on the penis, and it's the warm water is very relaxing, and you can multitask while you're in the shower washing your hair. and then you doing the penis pump at the same time. I recommend that you do it for about a couple of minutes, and then deflate, fill it up with water again, and do the suction again. Do it a couple of times while you're in the shower. You can do it every day. It makes shower more enjoyable, isn't it? And then, but what's good about the pump that I just discussed about, that you can also use it without being in the water. You can use it without water, and it works as effective. You just need a gel. You just need some lubricant to use with it. And I suggest if you're using without water, is to shave around the base of the penis, so you can then you press it down to the pubic bone, so you get a tight seal. Now, in the water, if you're using the pump in the water, you should do the same thing as well, but you don't have to shave as much. But the pump can you be used in both modalities, and what either water, outside the water, and I suggest that you do pumping at least twice a day if you have time, and at least once a day, but maybe do it about 3 times a week, the same amount of time you go to the gym. Maybe do it the same day that you go to the gym. Well, all right. And so, penis pumping is critical and very important. It's almost like if you're a man with ED, if you don't have an erection, the penis muscle actually shrinks, right? It shrinks, it gets smaller, and it doesn't get as much oxygen because you're not getting an erection, you're not getting the blood flow, right? And you're not getting as much oxygen. So when you have ED, you're not getting an erection, and maybe you're not getting ejaculation as much. When you're not getting enough ejaculation, yeah, and when you're not get ejaculating that much, well, your prostate may be irritated, because the prostate is where the mix the semen fluid that is mixed in with the sperm, and if you're not ejaculating, then you're not clearing the plumbing there, and then your prostate may be irritated as well too. So when you use the penis pump, you you know give yourself an erection, and you can also clear the plumbing as well too, to kind of get the toxic stuff that is in the prostate gland out, right? And just to clear the plumbing, to make it work, to clear all the toxic thing. So that's thing about the penis pump. And another thing that you can do that is helpful is Kegel exercise. Kegel exercise is an exercise that you do to improve the muscle between your scrotum and your anus, and those muscles are actually helpful for orgasm and for ejaculation. So, and they're neglected, and they also help with the penis being more um and they also help with what I'm trying to say is that they help with the penis being more erect too, because the Kegel muscle at the base of the penis right now, it helps it being more erect. The Kegel exercises are how you stimulate it, is that when you urinate, right? When you urinate, and if you want to stop the stream of your urine, you contract those muscles. When you contract those muscles, you do about 3 times. Relax, contract, relax, contract, relax, contract. All right. When you do that, you're using your Kegel muscles, and you want to coordinate that with, when you're contracting, you want to relax. All right. You want to breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, and you relax, contract. And that's how you contract, and you make those pelvic muscles stronger. And when they're stronger, you will have better orgasm as well as ejaculation. And those are the things that you can do easily at home. I just show you how to do it, and just do a set of 10 twice a day. you can do it sitting up, you can do it when you're driving, and you can really do it anytime. But they're so powerful and so neglected, and you exercise. So the penis pump exercises the penis shaft and the Kegel. Doing the Kegel muscle exercises, the muscle that help with orgasm and ejaculation. So you cover the whole area, right? You really do cover the whole area with that, and it's so easy, so simple to do, and it doesn't cost a lot of money either. So I want you to go to check out the Modern Man Crib to get the pump that you can use both on land. They can use both dry as well as in the shower. You put water in the pump and it create the negative suction. It works really well. We just got a supply in, and we'll mail it out to you, and you'll get it in 2 to 3 days. Um, I don't have it here, or else I will show it to you. And another thing I was talking about nitrate, right? Mm, This is beet. This is beet powder. You can get that at the Mountain Man Cripper as well. Beet powder. It gives me my nitric oxide. My nitric oxide is what gives me energy, gives me relaxes my blood vessels, so I can have um, more blood flow. And it's 9 o'clock my time. Now almost 10, and so that way I can stay focused and they give you all my attention and energy. So two two quick things that you can do to help with your erection right now is getting a penis pump, right? And you can get the water and the water pump and the non the pump that the penis pump that I recommend both you can use in the shower and out of the shower at the Modern Man Crib, right at that link at the banner there. And next time we should do a QR code from a QR code to pop up the QR code so that way they can scan it. And then also the Kegel exercises as well too, where you can just when contracting the pelvic muscles when you're urinating. And um Okay, all right. So let's see. What else here? All right. Oh, the stand up exercises. Yeah, we should here's the stand up exercise. Yeah, the stand up exercise. Um to the stand up exercise is also good, which is the pelvic muscle exercise. Thank you, Rose, for putting that in. So any other question here? All right, let me see. Okay. Oh, right. So any question that is popping up? So we talk about the penis pump, and we talk about the Kegel exercise. And another thing, there's a question here that I normally ask is that what type of thing can you do to help with your erection? So I've given you two, right? Um, Another thing is doing a Mediterranean diet. So if you start the Mediterranean diet, you will actually be um, you give yourself anti-inflammation. So when you eat a Mediterranean diet, a diet full of vegetables, fruit, and uh, more lean meat like fish and chicken and minimal red meat, and but you can still eat multigrain bread, not too much, but you shouldn't be eating any pasta or sweet. Your sweet will come from your the fruits. So that's the Mediterranean diet, and you're in the studio. We put a link on there Um, and we put a link on there as well for the Mediterranean diet. That is very effective for increasing blood flow again. And we see people with a result within, a couple of weeks. Okay. Best way. Oh, I see a Honda Pilot here. Hello, hello. Says, best way to prevent your testicle from being stuck. Oh, very good question about the penis pump. Very good question, Honda Pilot. Well, when you turn on the penis pump, turn it on first before you put it in the penis. So let's say this is the cylinder, the penis pump. Turn it on, right? Then you put it through the cylinder, and it's stuck through. And as you're doing that, pull down your testicle. Pull down your testicles so that way it doesn't get suctioned into the cylinder. All right. So turn it on. And it will suck your penis in, and at the same time pull down your testicle so it doesn't get suction in. All right. So that's the way to do that. Yes, that's the number one thing that happens, and it does take a few tries, and sometimes the first time you do it, it can be a little traumatic. So I actually have a video on YouTube. If you go on my channel, I have a video that is titled "Why Use a Penis Pump and How to Use It." You go on my channel at can you put my channel handle? It's YouTube at Dr. Ann Trump. Can you type that in the banner? And put my channel on there. So Honda Pod, you can go on there, and then I show you ways to use the pump. So you pull down on the testicle, and then you make sure if you're using a pump that is on that is the not water that you can't use in the water. Make sure you shave pubic hair, and make sure that you use a lube and put the lube on the base, on where the rubber part of the cylinder is, and also put a loop on the tip of your penis, right? And then as you're putting in, so the trick is to turn the pump on so it's in negative suction, and then you put your penis through and push it against your pubic bone. Push it against the pubic bone, and make sure that you're sitting up or standing. So sitting up or stand. Don't do it when you're lying down. The best way is probably sitting up, and you want to turn on the turn on the pump, and you want to get your erection to about 90%, and your penis 90% erect, and then you leave it there for about 5-10 minutes, and then just increase the suction as it goes down, and then you deflate. You can take a 10-minute break, and then you do it, and then you do it again after the 10-minute break. Okay. And you can find in my video. My video will show you how to do that in more detail. But that's a great question, Honda Pilot, by the way. And oh, here's the peanut pump video. Um, okay. All right. The question is, do you turn the pump on or off as you apply suction? Otherwise, it slowly pulls the testicle in. Do you turn the penis pump on off as you apply? Yes, yes. So you turn the penis pump on, then you put it in your tip of your penis in and pull down your testicle. And then as it goes, as you pushing it down to the pubic bone, then it won't pull up your testicles anymore. But you got to push it down against your pubic bone, that bone that is at the base of your penis. So it won't pull in your testicle. You got to bring your hand and kind of pull your testicle away from the cylinder. That's how you're going to be able to avoid that. Okay. But it does take a few tries. It does take a few tries. So be patient. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hannah says, Hey, let me know. Let me know how it goes, and go and check out my Modern Man crib. If you want to try like a pump that you can use in the shower as well. That is it's a Hydra pump that you can use in the shower. You can also use it outside the shower as well too. At the my website, trungrehab.com, at the Modern Man crib. Also put the smoothie formula up there. So I want to give you guys a gift. Those that are here on live Honda Pilot, go to this website, goodwoodsmoothie.com/smoothie. All right, that's a good morning wood smoothie. All right, good morning wood smoothie is a recipe that I created, that if you take the smoothie twice a day for about 3 weeks, you're gonna start getting morning wood. All right, because it's full of antioxidant, it's full of ingredients that will increase blood flow again. And I have heard stories from men that has had prostate cancer and then had surgery to remove the prostate, and after a month of using the smoothie, that he's now starting to notice more, starting to notice morning erection now, and he's very happy. And in fact, now that he's only 44, that he also added intermittent fasting, meaning that he doesn't eat after 8 p.m. and he doesn't eat until 11 a.m. And he added the Mediterranean diet, and drinking the smoothie. He's now able to have an erection for intercourse, where before he had prostate surgery for prostate cancer, and took Viagra and it didn't work. And all he did was just the Good Morning with smoothie, the intermittent fasting, and the Mediterranean diet. And now he had, yeah, a girlfriend. He's very happy with his progress. So, and he was actually thinking about even coming to see me in the office. And now he's actually able to um, restore again, which I'm totally happy for him. So I want to tell you that story, that having ED with prostate cancer is the worst form of ED you can have, the most severe form of ED, because when they do the prostate cancer, the nerve gets affected and the blood vessel gets affected, and most of the time, it's kind of like dead end for those guys that have prostate cancer. And now there is a solution. There is a solution, and I'm so happy that Carl is able to restore his erection again with just three simple things: well, the morning wood, intermittent fasting, and the Mediterranean diet. And having said that, just know that you don't have to settle for ED medication, that you don't have to, um, get penile replacement surgery, all right, and that you can have an ED-free life, and it's only one phone call away. So, what I want you to do is to um, can you take out the banner? Can you is to go on www.edfix.club, edfix.club, not edfix.com. It's only one phone call away. It's no obligation. It's free. It's discreet, and we want to know how we can help you and whether we are fit for you. And I just want you to know that we have the resources that can help you achieve the life that you want to live, and get you out of the ED rut. And just know, and I'm just giving you all these simple techniques and resources that you can start on yourself as well. You can find all of that at my YouTube channel at Dr. Ann Trung. But I want to spread the message that there is other alternative treatment beside medication and surgery, and even trimix, those injection, because when you try those injection, there are side effects. That's Peroni. You can have Peroni from repeated injection uh, um, to your members. So know that, I care about you, and that there are a solution to an ED free life, and that, I hope to see you. If not, I would love to hear your comment on my YouTube channel at Dr. Ann Trong, and that you're only one phone call away, and go to www.edfix.club. So, having said that, thank you for being here with me tonight, and I will see you next time. Have a great July 4th weekend, everyone.